All right, folks, slight momentary difficulty there, but it looks like we are up and running. Reed Eckert up at the plate, taking a ball down in the dirt to start. And I imagine if you joined us here from the beginning, you probably didn't hear a whole lot of audio. And that's because I forgot to push a simple button. So frustrating as though that can be from time to time. See if we can't get some live game sounds in here. So Reed being patient to start. Here we are, bottom of the first. And takes another ball. This one, curveball outside. And starting off the 2023 season with a 3-0 count. This one down the pipe for strike one, coming in 61 miles an hour. So not a ton of velocity here, but Storm finding the zone on that last pitch. And ball four, Reed makes his way down with a little charity from TS Storm. That's going to bring up number 3, Ryder Vota at the plate. Ryder, if you remember, here towards the fall season, ended up with a slight injury. Doing something to his lower leg there with just a little bit of a strain, but looks to be in great shape right now. I know he's been playing some track for, I believe, his middle school. And this one down the pipe for a strike. Reed over there at first base, acting as if he was getting ready to run, but good lead. Have not tested the catcher as of yet. And runner goes. Throw down to second, and he's up easily by a mile. So good work out there on the base pass. That'll be a 2-1 count with now a runner in scoring position. A little off speed, that one down in the dirt, and Ryder showing good patience, holding back on the swing. Coach asked for a short mound visit here, and I think just wants to confer with his pitcher. Oftentimes you'll see this, especially in spring, where this is our first game of the season. Don't know about the TS Storm, but just a brief visit, try to settle his pitcher down. And maybe talk a little bit about how they wanted to handle that runner out at second. So 3-1 count, plays ready to resume. And ball four. So 2 batters, 2 walks. And that's going to bring up Jacob Larson to the plate. Big swing and a miss. So Jacob showing some liveliness here early. And looking for an RBI. Pitcher steps off the rubber, and looks like he just wanted to reset. Now from the stretch. Runners go. And catcher bobbles the ball. Both runners are able to advance. And so now a 2-1 count. 2 runners in scoring position. The score rather, still 0-0. And a call strike, this one over the corner of the plate, outside. And Peanut Gallery telling me that indeed was a strike. And up Paul McClinney to the plate. Paul doing such a great job for us behind the dish. Swing and a miss there. It's a pass ball. Runners don't attempt to advance. Nobody down here in the bottom of the first. So still a lot of game yet to play, and no reason to really risk, a close play out there at home. Nice stroke. This one left field. This one's going to get down. At least one RBI. Left fielder kind of bobbles the ball. Coach sends him, but they get him out at the plate. So Ryder Votod doing a great job trying to avoid the tag, but so a nice hit by Paul for an RBI single, and unfortunately, with a great after the left fielder bobbled the ball, he ended up making a great throw at home, and they were able to get Ryder out at the plate. And I'll tell you, it was a little bit shallow out there in left field, so it wasn't a terribly long throw. Ryder will substitute for Paul McClenny over there at first for a courtesy runner, as is so often with our catchers. So runners now on second and first, one down, and Mac N Seitz up 1-0. Number 35, Logan Peterson, starting pitching for us and batting in the 5-hole. Fouls this one back, and that'll make it a 1-1 count. So umpire calling for a couple of balls from the team. We've had a number of foul balls, and doesn't look like some of those have made it back quite yet. You guys can probably hear it through on the audio, but still rather windy, although I have to say that the wind has definitely died down from where it was at earlier today. We had wind gusts 30, 40 miles an hour easily. I think I even saw something about St. Joe was at 75 miles an hour on a sustained wind gust. So a lot of good storm system kind of moving through the area today as Logan fouls that one off. That'll even up the count now, 2-2. And the umpire's still looking for some more balls. All right, he's all set, and Logan steps back into the box. A 2-2 count, runners on second and first. Here, bottom of the first. Off speed down in the dirt, and that's going to make it a full count. Logan taking a deep breath, stepping back in the box, looks prepared and ready to go. Fouls that one back and continuing with a great at-bat. And so that classic pitcher and batter duel, taking it past the number 5 on the pitch count. And a strike 3 call. And Logan will have to head back to the dugout on that one. Harrison Perkins gives him a 5 and encouraging him to keep his head up. As Harrison looks down to coach for the sign. Now steps into the box prepared and ready to go. Ball inside. That's a fastball coming in, 61 miles an hour. And you got to think the Storm's got to be, feeling pretty good about itself. We end up with the first 3 batters all on base, nobody down, and so far only 1 run has scored. Nice line drive. This one going up to center field, but he is able to haul that one in, and that'll be out number 3. So Harrison with a nice stroke there, just did not go to the right area, and that will end that half inning for us. But not before Mac N Seitz gets on the board, 1-0, and still a pretty close game. And a nice matchup here in early spring. So got to tell you, it's a little chilly out here, definitely with the wind going, but boys don't look to be perturbed by it at all. I think everybody's just so excited to have the first game. And most of these guys working all year round on baseball as well as other sports. Mac N Seitz having 4-1s where they have the opportunity to take 4 players with 1 coach and focus on some skill work. They have PSP, which is a physical strength training program. And I know many of the boys took part in that, depending on their location and where they've been. And since then, we had the boys also working for about 6. I can't remember if I believe it's 6 weeks, working with the high school coaches from Mac N Seitz. And so that was a great opportunity to get exposed to that next step and that next level of baseball that all these guys are going to be facing here this next year. That ends up with the end of our winter training, and as they ended that, they began the youth development program, where everybody's able to go in for an hour a week specifically to train in small group sessions on either hitting or pitching. So really productive winter, and these guys have been pretty excited to get started here. So ball 1 outside to start. That one gets away from Paul as it glances off the glove. And a foul ball. So quite a few of those so far here up and down the Storm lineup. Swinging the bat, putting the bat on the ball, and just not quite getting it over into fair territory just yet. This one, line drive. This is going to get down. No! A great catch out there in center field. I couldn't quite see who that was out in center field. I got to get my binoculars out. I said that earlier, and I still haven't got them out yet. Foul ball, this one up the right side. So Logan doing a great job finding the zone, continuing to pound the zone with strikes, and the Storm keeps swinging the bats. And that was Reed Eckert out there in center field with a great catch. And nice strike right there on the inside of the plate. Swing and a miss. And so I've lost count here early, but I believe that's 3 strikeouts now for Logan Peterson. And finds another strike right there. That one coming in 66 miles an hour. On that one, he's really ramping it up there. I think he's starting to feel it. That one coming in 69 right across the plate. So an 0-2 count. And missing just inside. So 1-2 count. And Logan looking to get him on the outside. Now 2-2 count. Ooh, and a near miss as he buzzes the tower on that one. And we'll see if Logan can put this one away. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike number 4. Chilly Willie out here tonight. But again, these boys don't look like they're perturbed by the chilly weather at all. And honestly, when it comes down to spring baseball, we're actually pretty fortunate because the weather's been pretty warm here lately. And just that storm system moving in today, kind of cooling things down. We'll see how things are lining out. And so because I did not have my audio going here earlier in our broadcast, we are playing out of Lee Summit, Missouri today at the Frank White Sports Complex, playing in the April Fool's Blast by USSSA, a double-A event. And joining us in the broadcast is going to be my better half. Welcome to the broadcast, Elena.
Thanks. I can't hear anything, but I can, obviously I can see my mic's working, but.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It's probably because I've got you down at 0.
There we go.
Tell me if you need a little more volume, and we'll get you squared away.
Good to go. What are you doing tonight, huh?
So it's weird. I cannot fouls off the first pitch. Found that back. And takes one outside for a ball.
There we go. Now we're back.
Now we're back, and now I can hear you.
Awesome. My favorite player's up to bat, so this is perfect timing.
Impeccable.
Impeccable. Good eye.
Tucker takes that last pitch for ball number 2, and now a 2-1 count. Ball down and in, and a 3-1 count. Tucker looking relaxed up at the dish right now. And so here we are, 1-0, favor of our Mac N Seitz team, but looking to gain just a little bit of cushion as Tucker on a swing and a miss for strike number 2. So full count, and I'll say we've seen quite a little bit of off speed. So we'll be interested to see what he comes with here. That one well outside, and Tucker earns a walk right there. So just a couple of innings in the books right now, but a number of walks. And not necessarily uncommon here early in spring ball as everybody's still trying to dial things in.
Absolutely. Just trying to get practice outside when it's not snowing or raining or 30 degrees is a challenge at this time of year. So
no doubt about it. Good lead over at first. Runner goes.
He'll be up with no problem. He slid for fun, I think. I would on this turf.
Well, Austin showing good patience there at the plate as that pitch actually came in behind him. And we'll see if he can't get something across the plate to hit.
They've got brand new turf out here, and it's, you know, the Frank White complex, and it's royal blue. It's really pretty. I like it.
It is. It's a really nice upgrade, and I know we've played out here in the past. As a matter of fact, I believe last year we played in early spring, and ate about a pound of dirt.
It was unbelievable
on a windy day. So having the turf has been a nice addition for sure. Because although we've had quite a bit of wind today, it's really died down now, but not eating any of that dust.
Yeah.
So now 2-1 count. Good lead out at second. Austin puts this one into play. This is over to third. It's going to be close. And they're able to get him.
It's a nice play by third baseman there.
So kind of curious. Tucker did not go from second over to third on that play. Right over to third. You know he's going to make the play. Typically, you're going to play a little bit off the bag and then try to make your way over to third after the throw. No attempt there whatsoever. So I think, I don't know if that's just nerves or just here it is early season, but I would have liked to have seen maybe a little bit more aggressiveness on a close game here.
Yeah, I was watching him. I'm not sure. He got about halfway there and then ran back to second base. So maybe he thought the guy was going to try and tag him. Maybe he thought he was too close.
Could have been.
I don't know.
Well, that's Brooks Carr up at the plate. And pickoff attempt over at second, nowhere close, and runner back up easily. So Brooks Carr, one of 2 left-handed bats on the roster. Swing and a miss as he steps out the back of the box, and tough to hit a pitch like that. You'll see that from time to time as that ball kind of comes in, and that's like that. The guys are just trying to position their body in the bat, but really tough. So pitch steps off once again, trying to hold that runner on second honest. Shortstop playing well out of position, almost right on top of the bag.
Tucker cracks me up. Does a little hoppity hop, then a hoppity hop, then a hoppity hop. Oh, it's fun. It's fun as a parent to watch it.
Shortstop moves over into position as the pitch is delivered.
Okay, get back on the base. Get back on the base.
Yeah, and
get back on the base.
This is one of these things that I really dislike. The pitcher is not
looking. He could have gotten him out easily.
Well, the pitcher didn't have his foot on the rubber. And as a base runner, you should always be, runner goes, this is going to be close.
And he's safe, yeah.
So that throw comes up high and wide, and Tucker is able to make it on over to third on what was otherwise a pretty good throw. And I thought they would have had him. If that throw would have been down just a little bit more over to the right, they might have had him. But nonetheless, just one down, runner on third now. Brooks Carr looking for an RBI. Fouls this one off hard to the left, but out of play. And that's going to be a 2-2 count. But again, going back to what we were talking about earlier, as a base runner, if the pitcher has the ball and is not on the rubber,
you got to be back on the base.
You got to be on the base.
You're going to have to talk to him about that tonight, Dad. Let him have it.
That's just good baseball. And Brooks Carr takes ball number 4. And a number of walks here early in the early going. And the Storm looks like they're making a substitution in left field. Got to think that they're going to be switching out some pitching. Yes, and so
Tucker is not on the base. And, okay. I'm like, if I'm that pitcher, I'm throwing that to third base and tagging out my son. I'm tagging him. He's out. He's going to get out.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Storm coach over there talking to his infield, and he could just be talking positionally about what he wants to see them do. So still just a close matchup here. Mac N Seitz up only 1-0, and runners on the corners. And I think is it just one down? Yeah, just one down. So oftentimes what you'll see here is that you'll bring your corners in to try to protect the run from coming across the plate, and your middle infielders will stay deep out at double play depth.
They are not doing that.
They are close to doing that. I would say that the corners are definitely not playing in, and the first baseman is still holding his runner goes over to second. Throw goes down. Runners
Don't you
up.
Do it, Tucker Lee.
Runners up easily.
He was thinking about it. He was strongly considering it.
So we've seen some aggressive moves here early. Coach sent Ryder on a single out to left, and now running on second. So now we have 2 runners in scoring position, and you got to think that with some decent speed out there at second base, Evan Book now up at the plate, maybe a single could bring in 2.
That's right.
Ball well outside. That one coming in 60 miles an hour. Oh, 3-0 count. Is that behind the? You got to keep me honest here.
If I knew the count, I would have.
ouch.
Evan
Book takes one for the team, and that'll be
bases loaded.
The second hit by pitch tonight. But that'll load the bases and just one down, and that's going to bring Arlo Mai up to the plate. Arlo having a pretty strong fall showing and a good number of RBIs. Don't have the fall stats here in front of me, but looks like the Storm coach is actually calling timeout, going to make a mound visit, and looks like he is going to take the ball, and they're going to switch out some pitching. Well, while the Storm team is pitching here, let's talk about, oh my goodness. Sorry, folks, we've had a number of issues with the stream kind of going up and down here. We've got 5 bars and good connectivity, and it's just kind of is what it is. So appreciate you sticking with us. Hope that you're enjoying the view. I will say that one of the really nice things about having turf out here is you can see some good contrast with the baseball. So it's much easier to track the baseball with the cameras that we do have.
Yeah, that's for sure. And at night, it also makes it a little easier, too.
Yeah, I think it does, for sure. You don't have the
It doesn't get lost in the sky in the daytime. What I've noticed in the first 2 innings of our season opener here is that all of the boys are bigger. They've all gotten bigger.
No doubt. So last game, I believe we played in September, and so it's been a number of months and not seeing the guys every single day.
Yeah.
And definitely these young men putting on some weight. And
they're all eating their Wheaties.
I talked about that earlier in the broadcast, how a lot of them are taking advantage of the PSP program, which is that physical strength training program I was telling you about. And so a lot of the guys dedicating themselves to, trying to improve over the winter.
This guy's pitching right now on his warm-ups at least at about 65.
Yep, so I'd say he's sitting definitely mid-60s, but still just kind of warming up, so we'll see where he settles in at.
That was 67.
After play resumes. I'll take just a quick moment here and talk about our platinum sponsor for 2023, our baseball season, are the good folks over at Van Horn Land and Cattle. It's a family-owned and operated farm out in Kansas, and you can check them out on Facebook. They are big on community, and we're big on them for supporting local youth athletics. Their donation supports these young guys training and playing America's pastime. So a huge shout out to everyone out there at Van Horn Land and Cattle. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Van Horn. Woo, woo. We need like a sound, like a little.
Here, I got it. It's right here.
Does your company
Oh, no.
No.
There it is. Bam.
Back to baseball, sir. Back to baseball.
No doubt
All
about
right.
it.
That was great.
So big swing and a miss right there by Arlo Mai. Switch up our view here just momentarily. So bases loaded, just one down. Another big swing and a miss. That one coming in 69 miles an hour. So definitely, you're looking, that's a good full, almost 10 miles an hour faster than the last pitcher was sitting. This one high inside. And coming in at 70. So very modest leads out on the base. Just one down, so you got to think we're not looking to get doubled off.
Oh.
Base hit. This one's off to the right. That's going to get down. 1 run will score. And everybody else stays put. So Arlo Mai with an RBI single, and that'll get us out to a 2-0 lead here early.
A little blooper out to right.
It was a great piece of hitting, and they talk about it a lot. When the ball is on the outside of the plate, you got to take the ball with it, right? And so he went oppo and took what was given to him. So great piece of hitting right there by Arlo as Reed takes this one ball high. So we've cycled now through the roster. And back at the top, Reed on a walk on his leadoff at bat. And now a 2-0 count. So apologize, folks. I did not switch our camera view out there on that nice hit. Reed puts this one into play. Third baseman's going to handle it over to first. And that's all right. Reed with an RBI sacrifice.
So the play would always be at first on that hit from the third baseman. It felt like he could have tagged the runner, or is it just is it called a fielder's choice?
Well, you know, I got to tell you, there's a number of ways you can handle that, and obviously up to the discretion of the fielder and where he feels like he's got the best opportunity to get an out. Obviously, as an infielder, going over to first, you're always looking at a guaranteed out. But I would have liked to have seen somebody go towards a lead runner had that been our team. But, you know, maybe based off of where he collected the ball and where the runners were at, he felt it was more of a sure thing over at first. And
he did get the out, so I was just curious, yeah.
Absolutely.
It was a good play.
So still 2 runners in scoring position. Ryder Vota now at the plate. And a little behind in my pitch count. Ryder earns another walk, so 2 ABs and 2 walks. Just not seeing a lot to hit right now. So that brings up Jacob Larson, and bases are loaded yet once again, 2 down.
And Jacob is one of those kids that I think has grown 6 inches since September. I mean, he was already big last year, but he looks gigantic to me to this year.
He's a tall, cool drink of water.
He sure is. He gets a hold of that ball. Watch out. Watch out.
So 2-0 count here to start.
I was telling you earlier, I've been waiting for baseball to start, and then when today was the first game, I'm like, oh, wow, it's already here. Maybe it's the time of year, I'm not sure, but I'm excited that baseball started.
Well, pretty exciting. Royals here locally and Kansas City have opening day just yesterday. Unfortunately, falling down to the Twins, 2-0. But Jacob Larson earning
a walk and walked one in.
That's right.
Hey, did you hear the news though about the Royals? They are no longer going to serve beer at baseball games.
Are you serious?
They can't. They're not going to serve beer anymore. Yeah.
So when did that come across?
Well,
I'm thinking that's like fake news.
They lost the opener. Dad joke. Gotcha.
So color commentary, just killing it tonight.
I got that joke from work today, and I was like, I can't wait to use a dad joke on the Dad Joke Pro. And you just teed it up really nicely, so thank you.
Happy to oblige. As Paul McClenny fouls that one back, 0-1 count, but. Score now 4-0, and Mac N Seitz looking like they're on cruise control right now. That ball well inside. So pitch looks like he's kind of dialing it back down just a little bit. That one coming in at 64 miles an hour, and you'll see that pretty often when a guy's got troubling to find that zone. They'll try to dial it back just a hair to try and find that zone. Nice off speed right there, gets Paul swinging a miss, and now a 1-2 count. Fouls that one back. Paul in his last at bat with a nice single out there to left, looking to continue it. But right now, batting 1,000 on the season.
That's awesome.
So curveball missing just inside. Paul doing a good job. Really did a good.
Three runners?
Yep. So we leave 3 on base there, but not before we improve the margin of our lead to 4-0.
Nice.
So I'll be interested to hear early in pool play to see if we're going to bring Logan Peterson out. I don't know what his pitch count is at right now.
Oh, let me look. Hold on.
And be interested to see if he comes back out. Looks like he is indeed heading back out towards the hill. And he made really short work of the Storm here in the second inning, so he did not have a ton of pitches there. First inning, a bit longer.
You know, I thought Game Changer would tell me the pitch count, but you probably knew it doesn't.
Yeah, it should. It does.
Oh, it does. 27 and 20. What is it? 27 strikes and 20 balls? Is that what that's saying?
Yeah, it's it's been a while since I looked at this.
That's
here.
As far as it goes.
Pitching. strikeouts.
He's had 4 strikeouts.
So it looked like
2 innings
47 pitches?
47 pitches. The other, yeah, yep, that's what it is.
Yeah, and looking at how this tournament is lining out, so we've got pool play here Friday night and then one game tomorrow, Saturday morning, 10 a.m., and then we will move into bracket play. And so if you're pitching, typically, on a night like tonight, you would be available for bracket play
On Sunday.
On Sunday,
That's good.
Depending on how many pitches you're going to throw. So, if we're going to have Logan throwing on Sunday, I don't know how many more pitches I'd like to see him throw here yet today, but we'll see what happens.
Is there a pitch count rule? Is it 100 pitch? What is it?
There is a pitch count rule. It actually has more to do with the number of innings.
That's what I was wondering, if it was innings pitched or outs. I guess outs would be the same as innings.
But from a youth pitching standpoint, it really does kind of come down to that number of pitches, right?
Yep.
And this one missing high and just a little bit wild. But I would think, 40, 50 pitches, probably pretty good for your first outing here early in spring. And then giving some of the other guys a little bit of an opportunity to kind of warm their arms up as well. But Paul's looking pretty strong and in command. And coaches are electing to stick with him for top of the third here.
That looked like a good pitch.
Yeah, that one missing maybe outside just a bit.
I felt like it came across the plate right down.
I think that was right down the pipe, huh?
Right down the pipe, and then it. Oh.
Sends a bullet over there, keeping Coach alive with some hot feet. And now a 2-1 count. But definitely looking good here in the first 2 innings, for sure.
Oh,
this one gets down that right field line for a single. I need to move my little camera switcher here closer here, so I'm not quick enough on the draw.
Get with the program, sir.
Yeah, what the heck?
This is your opening day. You should be ready to go.
I should have practiced more in my off season, doggone it.
That's right.
Ball high. And Logan struggling here just early and top of the third, but I think he's going to collect himself and find that zone again.
You could have set up 3 cameras and just followed Casey around in the backyard, our dog. That would have been good practice.
Yeah, he's a quick mover, all right. And Paul McClenny attempting to throw down to first on a little back pick, but well off the mark. Fortunately, they're able to collect the ball up, and runner's still on first. Big swing and a miss.
Swing.
So I like the Storm team has been swinging the bats. They're not shy. They're going after pitches. And, that ball gets just by Paul McClenny. Doing a great job of trying to dig, but, man, he did kind of jump up and lift that glove up just enough for the ball to bounce underneath it. Runner does advance over to second. Ball right back to pitch. Out over at first. There will be a play at third. And so Mac N Seitz gets the out at first, but the runner is able to advance over to third. So, and that's kind of what we were talking about earlier, when we saw Tucker over on second not advancing to third. The Storm player right there, able to do so.
Correct.
And chasing one high and outside for strike number 1. Ooh, man.
That looked good. That looked good.
That one just missing. Now 1-1 count, and I feel like Logan's kind of starting to dial that back in here a little bit.
Just
ooh, missing just outside. And appreciate it when the umpires are communicating with the pitcher and the catcher, and letting them know exactly where that ball or where he's seeing that ball come across the plate. So he was indicating that one was just outside. And this one well outside. But fortunately, a short backstop here saves a run.
yeah, no kidding.
And a 3-1 pitch. And that will be one of the big differences you see, depending on the fields where you go and play. But by the time these gentlemen are playing once again here next year in their high school days, that backstop starts to become more standardized and much farther back. So Logan battling back here to a full count. We got one down, runner on third.
What do you pitch him here if you're Logan? You pitch the same one?
I'm bringing the heat, man.
Yeah.
I'm just absolutely bringing the heat. He didn't look like he was on it.
Got him.
And got him
he
right
did
there.
It. He brought the heat at 69 miles per hour. Rocked it.
Indeed. And too many kids, I will tell you, they want to try to get fancy with it because they see what the big guys are doing and stuff like that. But 9 times out of 10, a fastball well placed is going to get you what you need to do. Ooh, nice piece of hitting right here.
Hit.
This one over to right field. Runner will come across, and that's an RBI single. Storm getting on the board with 1 run. So 2 down. Runner at first, showing bunt. He tries to lay it down, but that one rolls foul. Pitch was just a little bit outside and went off the caromed off the end of the bat. So not quite what they were looking for. Third baseman was advancing down the line. He did show bunt pretty early. See if he does it again here. Runner goes. Nice throw down. This one's going to be close. Got him. Paul McClinney gunning him down out at second, and that will retire the side. I tell you what, man, that kid has an arm, and more importantly, I think his pop time is just incredible. So fantastic job, and a really exciting play.
Am I on mute? Sorry, I was back. I had to go get a blanket. So I don't know if I'm on mute now or not, because I don't.
You're not on mute.
Okay. Well, I have nothing important to say. I just didn't want to talk into the abyss. But the 3 light, it doesn't look consistent over there. So that's why I was wondering.
I've got you on the third.
You know what you're doing.
The third spot there.
Okay, great. Thanks.
So.
All right.
I tell you what, that was a great play by Paul McClinney there. He actually had to dig the ball, so it wasn't a perfect pitch. Dug the ball and popped up, threw it down, just a one hopper over there at second. And you see so many kids just really want to throw that sucker all the way down to second, but man. Bam. It was definitely a close play. I think color commentary over here started to play for the Storm team. She's telling me that she thought he was safe, looking at the playback.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter at this point because we've started another inning. And there's no replay in New York in 14U baseball, thankfully. So
I tell you what, that's one of the things on the software side that I'm really looking forward to, and Mevo Multicam is coming up with it. So I can't wait.
I can't wait. I just
for a deal like that.
I'm dying for. I'm
playing
dying
that
for
back.
It.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that would have been amazing.
That's so exciting.
Oh, it's the little things in life.
Well, leading us off here, Logan Peterson looking to help himself out.
We've got another tall drink of water. Oh, I thought he wanted that one.
Nice curve ball. He definitely thought about
Yep.
it. Umpire indicating that one was just a bit high as it came across the plate. I tell you what, though, tall, cool drink of water. Definitely Tucker, Jacob kind of falling into that category. Logan's kind of a big boy, man.
Logan's the biggest one on the team that I can see.
Oh, yeah. He's
by like 20 pounds and 2 inches.
That guy's eating some calories now.
He has eaten his Wheaties.
Oh, that one hit him in the foot.
That one almost hit me in the face. Did you see that? It just whizzed right by me. Did you see that? I need to get my helmet on. Holy bleep, that was close. There's a lot of dangers being a spectator in a baseball game.
Well, that one getting through the backstop here and narrowly missing the color commentator.
I would have not been commentating any longer. We might have been going to the hospital.
Well, that's the back pick. And Logan back safely, no problem out there at first. That's the third player hit by a pitch.
Go. Oh, don't go. Don't go. Go back.
So Storm mishandling the ball just a little bit there, but not getting so far enough away that Logan's able to advance over to second. Well, I tell you what, the wind has gone away.
Oh, thank you.
The chill is starting to set in, but not nearly as bad as if there had been some wind, so I'm thankful for that. Harrison takes a ball to begin. Oh, nice stroke here. And ends up being a can of corn over there in center field.
A can of corn. That's a new one on me. I haven't heard that before.
That'll be out number one. And I tell you what, that's two hits that have not gone Harrison's way, but he's put the bat on the ball. Solid hits, putting that ball into play. So he's got to be a little bit disappointed, but here early spring, he starts to level that out a little bit better. He's going to find some green grass and some success with it. So
yep.
Good to see
giving himself a chance.
Yeah, good to see him swinging away. So that brings up number 27, Tucker Lee at the plate. Runner at first.
Good eye. That was at his ankles. I'm glad he didn't swing at that, even though he really wanted to, I think.
He's ready to swing the ball, or swing the bat. He wants to hit. And now Logan, while not slow, not great speed over at first. He goes. Going to be close. And he's up good. So Logan getting a great jump over there at second. And
was that a situation where you were told to take that pitch to get the runner to second base?
Oftentimes it is.
Okay.
Was that a strike?
That was a strike, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hard ground ball. This one over to third.
Come on,
Plays over at first.
Dang.
And runner's unable to advance.
It was a good try.
So that'll be 2 down. And a couple of balls, hard hit balls put into play, and Storm coming up with some good plays. But still a chance yet here to score because the inning's not over. Logan out at second base. And Austin Strength up at the plate.
I gotcha. Okay. He's hanging out at second base. He's not out at second base. That's what I thought you meant. That he got out.
I said at, not out.
Oh, we can do the replay,
Big
Papa.
Out at second base?
You said out at second base. And I was like, oh, he's not.
That would be confusing.
It
right?
was confusing.
Oh,
but
man.
I've known you for a long time. So
when you're kind of off in the stars, then you hear that, and it's like, oh, my gosh,
Okay,
Pass ball. Logan's able to make his way over to third.
No step for a stepper there.
Is it a hill stepper?
It's a stepper. It's just no step for a stepper.
How about a hot stepper?
Well, maybe on a hot sunny day you could use the hot stepper.
Oh, nice curveball there.
Yeah, that was a nice curveball.
So Pitch has thrown that a number of times, but not really ever thrown it for a strike, I don't think. So he kind of dialed that one in. So 3-1 count. And ball 4.
That was a close miss.
It really was. That's not a small strike zone, but definitely tight.
I think our umpire's done a really good job though tonight.
Been very consistent,
Very
right?
consistent, yeah.
And that's one of the things that you always ask for, right? So we got runners on the corners right now. Coach conferring with looks like his third baseman. So not sure if he's got a little something up his sleeve.
What could they be talking about right now?
Looking about trying to get. Oh no, he's actually doing a pitching change.
Oh wow. Well, they're probably going to save that tall guy that was just pitching for later in the tournament because he's throwing some 70-mile-per-hour fastballs and some, you know.
Fair enough, right?
Yep.
And so indeed a pitching change. And Mac N Seitz guys will take a small moment here to confer with the coaching staff.
So if it is an inning count for pitchers, does the pitcher that just went out, is he considered a full pitch because he has 2 outs, or is that 2/3 of an inning pitched?
There you go, 2/3 of an inning.
Gosh dang it, I'm getting better at this baseball.
I tell you
thing.
what, if I didn't know better, I would have thought you wrote the book.
I mean, that's crazy talk. But if you can learn in increments, you know.
Hey,
You cannot eat the baseball elephant. There's a lot to learn.
I'm still learning.
No.
And I am not a spring chicken.
I mean, you are getting like old as dirt level here, but
I feel seen right now. I just
oh, geez. You should. This little guy, I shouldn't say little guy. This kiddo right here. I call all of them little guys but they're not. They're getting bigger by the hour. This guy here is pitching in the mid-50s. So
yeah, so definitely not higher up on the velo, but looks like he's got
really good control.
Quite a little bit of movement on the pitches. So we'll see how that affects the Mac N Seitz hitters.
Yep.
So that brings up number 5, Brooks Carr, to the plate. And runners on the corners. Good lead over at first, moderate at third. Pitch steps off, trying to keep him honest. All right, back on the rubber and back to work it is. Runner goes. Throw still goes down to second.
Oh.
No attempt. Okay, so he.
Oh, I see what they did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the second baseman steps up in front of second base on a short throw, trying to bait the runner over at third, and that may have been what the coach had talked to that third baseman about. Nice off speed there for a strike.
That was 55.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that was his off speed. That's his heat.
Ball in play. This one over to short. Play is going to be over at first, and that'll be out number 3. Doggone it. Left the overlay graphic on top of there, and my color commentary is just leaving me hanging.
I can barely even see the screen that you're looking at. You have it angled towards your face.
Well, here, let's share the view.
Okay, and I'll be super unhelpful either way. All right.
Well, gosh, you got to think the Storm's got to be pretty pleased with that inning because we were in position to put some more runs on the board and unfortunately didn't get anything across the plate.
Well, are we doing run differential for placement and bracket? Do you know, have you looked at that for this tournament?
Absolutely, and so USSSA does that at all times. Looks like we are going to have a pitching change, and I'll get back to that comment here.
Yeah, Harrison's pitching.
In just a moment, but yeah, Harrison Perkins taking the hill, and so he'll be leading the charge from the bump, moving forward. But going back to the conversation on run differential, absolutely that's going to matter to the seeding. So the first criteria is win-loss, right? And then after that, then it is the run differential. So.
And is it more important for runs allowed versus runs scored, or just run differential?
Well, it actually goes to runs allowed, and
first,
then runs scored,
okay,
and then run differential.
Got it. Thank you.
So a number of defensive changes out here. Looks like Jacob Larson moving over to third. Ryder still out there at short, and possibly Austin Strength at second. Logan moving over to first. Now Harrison Perkins on the bump. Paul McClenny sticking out there behind the dish. And looks like Reed out there in center. And is that Tucker Lee in left?
No, Tucker is in the dugout.
Is okay. I can't see who that is. I got to get my binoculars out. I've said it 3
You
times
actually
now.
have binoculars?
Heck yeah,
You
dude.
brought binoculars. Of course you did.
Yeah.
Did you bring a satellite dish?
It's in my mobile broadcasting cart here, and don't you worry about it. If
oh,
we,
my gosh. If we
we
need
need
it's in there.
I got it. Take a picture of this.
Oh, wait. I'm totally going to.
I don't know who's playing where, but I'm going to find out.
Oh, man.
Don't you love baseball? I mean, my goodness.
I really do love baseball. I love it so much.
I'm a fan. As soon as I figure out how to work these binoculars, I'll tell you what's going on.
Okay, we've got ball 1. So give me your phone.
You going to keep the balls for me? Ball strikes?
Oh,
It's a lot of pressure.
I fire myself every time I do this, but we'll give it our best shot.
Okay, it looks like Evan Book over in left field. High fly ball. This one, Ryder is calling for it, and he hauls that in for out number 1. So good job backpedaling and calling for the ball. Second baseman.
Ryder caught that?
Yep, falling back, and Ryder doing a good job of bringing that in. So, and it looks like Reed's still out at short.
Oh, nice hit.
Hard fly ball. This one left side. It's going to get past the fielder. This one's rolling to the fence. Going to second, and no play. In for a stand-up double. So a little bit of an inside-out hit going oppo there, and making its way past Evan Book out there in left field. Oh no, that's Evan in right field, and I don't know who's left. Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike number 1. Oh, that's Brooks Carr out in left field.
That's Brooks Carr. Get with it.
Get with the program. Reed in center. Big swing and a miss. That one coming in 64 miles an hour, so Harrison bringing decent amount of speed. Runner feints to go, foul ball. Oh, what happened there? Nope. Need to go back on that. What happened there? All right. Still an 0-2 count. Runner on second. This game is far from over, folks. I tell you what, it's 1-4.
Good stop. Good block, sorry. It's a block, sorry. I'll get that lingo down in like 12 years.
Stop, a block, whatever. He got down and dirty and kept the ball right in front of him.
Yes, he did.
Nice little off speed. Fouls that one straight back. So batter looking confident sitting in the box. If I'm Harrison, I'm thinking I'm brushing him back.
Absolutely.
Knock him back on the hills a little bit. You know what I mean? Buzz the tower.
Buzz.
There he did. He just did it.
He buzzed.
That man, I tell you what, that Harrison, he's got something going on in between the ears there.
It's like he knows what he's doing.
And so now 2-2 count. Maybe we'll keep this this batter kind of guessing.
Oh,
Ooh.
that looked like a good pitch. I'm not sure what. Okay. What do I know?
That one missing low. Now a full count. So just one down. Top of the 4th. Runner on second. Ball 4. And the batter earns his base. That'll put runners on second and third, top of the 4th. Or second and first, I'm sorry. Top of the 4th. And a lefty stepping up to the plate. All right, a little conversation here. I think just umpire looking for some baseballs. But Harrison from the stretch. 1 down, runners on first and second here, top of the 4th. That ball well outside. And I'll catch up my scoring overlay here. What do you got going on?
Matt Eckert is trying to get to the feed, and he said he's having trouble finding it. So I'm trying to send him the link. So I'm looking up his email address in a group email, trying to help him.
Gotcha. So runner second and first. Fly ball. This one's going to be a gapper. It's getting down and finding some grass. Runner rounds third. Throw comes in. And that's an RBI single as the Storm closes in on the margin. And now 4-2 in favor of Mac N Seitz. Just 1 down. Got to be thinking and looking possibly double play here. Runner goes. Little chipper back to pitch. Easy. Oh. That's some really aggressive base running. Nice job by the Storm base runners. So a little chipper back to Harrison. Harrison didn't look the runner back at third before he threw over to first. And so that would have been one of the things as far as the critique goes, saying, hey, you got that little chipper. That's a great thing to have happen. You fielded it well. You got to look that runner, make sure he's not going to try to do that. Harrison made a quick throw over to first, and runner at third was able to make his way in. So 2 down, and now a 3-4 game. So you live and you learn, right? And we kind of talked about that earlier. With we had a runner out on second that wasn't able to advance, and in this particular situation, fly ball right side, and that one gets down. Looks like there's not going to be. Runner does advance over to third, but coach holds him up there, and it is now 3-4.
We have 2 outs.
So 2 down.
Yep.
And Coach Max going out here to the bump, looking to talk to his pitcher. Gives him a little fist bump. Just talking about what's going on. I think he just wants him to settle down, knows that he's still in decent shape. So a little blooper got down over the first baseman's head, and
those are hard to catch.
Yeah, frustrating for him, no doubt, but. All right, batter steps in. Harrison from the stretch.
Nice.
Nice.
Fouled off for strike 1.
There you go.
There you go.
Runner from first didn't look like he was attempting to run down, and I will say, Paul McClenny's already had 1 throw out at second. Big swing and a miss.
There you go.
All right, so looks like Matt is able to join us online.
Yay!
So
I hope Matt's watching now.
Yeah, good deal. Runner goes on a delayed steal.
Oh.
So that's one of those plays that you've got to practice a little bit doing a delayed steal, and he really ran that to perfection. That puts runners now on second and third, 2 down, and just a 1-run game. Harrison misses high and inside on that pitch.
2-2 count. Got him.
Swing and a miss.
Nice pitch. What kind of pitch was that?
Definitely an off speed. I'd say that's a curveball. It could have been a slider, but
yeah,
I believe
it dipped down at the end.
Yeah, that
just dropped. The bottom just dropped out of that pitch. It looked beautiful.
Nice piece of pitching right there.
That's
And
right.
you know what? I got to give Coach Brady and Coach Max some credit here. A lot of coaches get really, really tense when the game starts to get close like that, and they just come out just cool and collected. And you've got to know that the pitcher feels that.
Of course they do.
You know what I mean? And so he comes out, gives him a fist bump, tells him he's okay, talks about, hey, there's 2 outs. I saw him motion that, and it just lets Harrison know, like, dude, you're fine. And you've got to be able to work through some of those tough things. And unfortunately, they got an extra run that maybe they probably shouldn't have. But that's one of those things that you learn from as you continue to play.
You know what else is interesting about youth baseball and playing out on that field is that some of the baseball fields have a scoreboard that's working, and a lot of them don't. And so sometimes you don't even know what the score is unless you've. I mean, I would assume they know, to some extent, like, oh, it's now 3-4, and I got to hold them, but it's not 100% guarantee. And they don't have a scoreboard to just look at and say, oh, no, it's 3-4. So sometimes that can be a good thing, maybe. I don't know. But
yeah, I guess it depends on which side of the coin you're on that, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, they talk about how, baseball is a thinking man's game. And that's one of those things. There's so many different variables of what could happen and all that. And you have to know where you're going to go. You have to know, where you at in the game. So what is the count and how many outs are there? So definitely that's where you see the mental side of the game really such an important facet to the great players. Well, you gotta think that the Storm's got to be pretty pleased with where they're at right now in the game. So 3-4 and a close matchup, and we're really hoping to
add some more runs this inning.
Yeah, let's just get a little little room, right? That one coming in well inside, just at 57 miles an hour. So again, not a high velocity guy, but pitching with a lot of movement on the ball. Oh, called strike right there. I felt like that one maybe came in a little bit high, but you know what? Like we said earlier, he's done a great job of being pretty consistent with his strike zone.
Yep.
Swing and a miss on that one. And so continuing to, throwing multiple curveballs back to back. You know what? I've got a new feature that.
Oh, boy, do you?
Absolutely.
Can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah. Strike 3 on a curveball.
Yeah. That was a good pitch.
So Evan not pleased with that one as he makes his way back to the dugout. And Arlo Mai trotting up, and he's ready. He's ready to get to it. So Arlo's been kind of down with a back injury, and so not going to play a ton today or possibly even this weekend, but getting a little batting in. High fly ball right side. This one's going to be out of play. So that'll be an 0-1 count. But, yeah, new feature that I've got is I'm now able to actually take calls into our stream.
Gosh.
So I'm excited to get that one going. That one missing high and inside as Arlo ducks under.
Next thing you know, you're going to be able to do live interviews with the coach in between innings.
I actually already have that capability. I just don't know if the coaches are interested.
Stop it right now.
So a 2-1 count. And, what I really want to do is, and I've got the ability to do that as well as mic up a player. But I think that'd be a lot of fun. And
I did see a really good TikTok earlier this year of a kid mic'd up, and he was hilarious.
Yeah, I think we'll have to ask some questions as Arlo takes ball 4 and earns his way over to first. See who the most colorful guy on the team is. Maybe we mic him up and get some interesting banter back and forth. I think the big thing though is do do you just hook him up on a cell phone call so that way he can hear you as well, and he puts some earbuds in?
No, just stop right now while you're ahead. I've now received a text from my mother asking me, does that mean I can call Robert Lee during the game? Question mark.
100%.
Absolutely not, Becky. That is absolutely not
If
an
you
option.
if you call your daughter right now, I'm going to hook up her phone and we'll patch you in.
She's not going to accept the call. Do not call her.
I don't know why you wouldn't be excited about that. I mean, that's fantastic. But Storm team coach right now taking another moment to confer with his players. And I tell you what, he's really kind of slowed the gameplay down. He's had, I think that's probably his sixth mound visit today.
I think is, but it's
no. I mean,
really?
he's changed pitchers three times.
Yeah.
Right, and he's gone out a couple of times with each pitcher. So
that's true.
That's
it's early in the season.
You know, we've got a game time of 7:52. It's 9:14.
Is it really that late already?
Right now, and in a close game like that. But fortunately, we drew the home seed, so we should be the last at bat. Big curveball right there, and Reed trying to duck under it, but that came across the plate for strike one. Pickoff attempt over there at first, and runner back safely.
My mother has informed me that I am not nice now because I will not let her call you.
Well, if...
Oh, nice hit.
Base hit in between the first and second baseman. Runners advance, and that'll put runners on first and second. So, great little hit right there. We talked about that earlier. That one coming across the outside half of the plate, and that's where he took the ball. So right in between first and second.
Oh.
So pitch feeling like runner on second, getting a little out of control.
Stares him down.
Yeah, takes his back foot off, and
he's like, try me.
Ball right back to the pitcher. Runners are advancing, plays over at first. And that will be out number 2.
But we've advanced the runners to second and third, so.
Yep, so he did his job, right? And we talk about that all the time where, you know, what you want to do as a hitter is you want to advance the runners or you want to hit RBIs, put the ball in play. And he certainly did that, and he was able to get the runners in scoring position. That brings up Jacob Larson, and for the second time tonight, he's hit by a pitch. So he makes his way down to first, and that's going to load the bases. Barry walking by. Good to see you. So interesting. I thought possibly that that last one was going to be a foul ball. And a lot of people don't know, and tell me if you know this or not, that the hand is actually considered part of the bat.
I did know that.
And so if you actually get hit in the hand, it's still considered a foul ball.
That's correct.
And I thought that one had hit off the knob, but
it hit his hand.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So, but they did call it a hit by pitch. He's able to advance, and that loads the bases up with just 2 down.
So you're saying because hands are considered part of the bat, you don't think he should have gotten called for a hit by pitch?
If that's where it hit him, right?
It might have hit him up here because
it may have hit him
a little bit.
It may have hit him in the wrist. I'm not sure.
If you had your automatic replay and slow-mo going right now, we could really zoom in and examine every inch of that
I've got my
pitch.
eye on a software encoder that would just blow your mind, and I tell you what.
I can't wait to see it and experience it in real time and just.
Listen, if Becky Wilson's not calling in here shortly, I'm getting upset. I don't know.
We're going to have a post-game
wrap-up,
you and I.
So who do you think, if you had to say, who's the player of the game so far? Gosh, it's tough, right?
My son, can I pick him every game?
Negative.
No, I can't pick him every game. Okay, well, fine. That's fair because he wouldn't be player of the game tonight. Let me think. I think our catcher has done a phenomenal job. He got a throw out at second. That was awesome. He's kept the ball in front of him almost every pitch. I think he's had 1 or 2 pass balls maybe.
What about Logan Peterson?
And I was going to say Logan Peterson pitched an excellent 4 innings? How many innings did he pitch?
What was it, 2 1/3?
2 2/3. 2 2/3.
2 2/3 inning?
Let me let me check my my game changer here. Let's see here. He pitched 3 innings and had 5 strikeouts. He's had 2 hits while pitching, 1 run and 1 error. No walks. No walks. So I would say he's
had a good game, right?
had an excellent game.
No doubt about it. And Paul McClenny now at the plate. Bases loaded. He fouls that one off to the right side to start things off. See if he can't straighten something out and get some RBIs.
McClenny is already on the board with
high
1
fly
RBI.
ball. This one's left side. Third baseman's calling for it.
And he drops it,
and
and it's fair.
And it's a foul ball.
Oh, it's foul ball.
Foul ball, and he's not able to bring that in. I don't know if he lost it in the lights.
He probably lost it in the lights.
He was tracking it a little bit to his right, my left, and you kind of tell he had to come back to his left as he was tracking right, and unfortunately didn't bring that in. So Paul lives to fight another day. He swings and misses on that one. And a drop third strike, but the catcher just tags home. So that's going to be out number 3. And Storm has to be extremely pleased with that inning. Oh, man, looks like my center field camera got a little wonky, huh? So
Yep.
I'm gonna let the color commentary take over. I'm gonna fix the
camera.
Fix the camera.
I'm not going to talk about much other than it's yeah, we need that call-in feature now so I can talk to someone. Harrison's back on the mound. He's getting ready to warm up, and we are going into the top of the 5th inning. And we're going into the top of the 5th inning here. We lead 3-4. Everybody can see that on their screen. You can see why I'm not the head commentator here. Yeah, so we're making some adjustments on the camera. I'm going to switch so you guys don't have to look at that. Yeah, go to the right. And then it needs to go in. Up just a little. Yeah, you've got a big chunk of chain right in the camera. If you guys could see what this crazy husband of mine does to set these cameras up every game, it is insane. I kind of liken it to if you own an RV and you're helping the driver back the RV in, and you've still got that big piece of chain in there, and you kind of want to strangle them sometimes. You can't see third base now. Come up. There you go. Yep. There you go. You got real lucky there on that. Good job. I was just telling everyone that helping you set up all this equipment is similar to helping you back in the RV.
Nothing but joy, pure joy.
It's pure joy in my life every game. Multiple games in a day sometimes.
Indeed. So top of the 5th here, and Storm got to be feeling pretty good about things. They're still down a run, and this might be their last opportunity to try to score.
Oh.
Ooh, man, that was a nice-looking pitch, but missing somewhere. 2-0 to start.
Not sure where on that one, but
switch up that view here and see if we can
at this point.
See it come across the plate a little better.
Whoa.
Hard foul ball. That one screaming down the right side, and that'll keep
Max jumping.
Coach Max.
Coach Max, he ducked and covered.
Nuclear option, huh? Duck and cover.
Duck and cover.
I don't know.
Yeah. Strike.
Big
Got
swing and a
him.
miss.
Got him. Got him.
So now 2-2 count. And hitter looking over at his third base coach. And
do you see who's trying to call me now? This is your fault.
yeah.
I will not be taking the call, Mom. I just declined it.
Are you serious? You got to be kidding me.
I can't answer the phone and talk at the same time. How do you get the call into the speakers there?
You just plug it right in here to this little doodad right here.
Oh my gosh. If you want to test it out, we'll do it in between innings. Now, can I call her and we still do it the same way?
Ball high, yeah.
Man, that's a bummer that we lost that one, because that one pitch should have been called a strike. But oh well, nobody's perfect.
Yep, looks like Coach Max is going to make a pitching change here, and looks like he's calling on Jacob Larson. Come in and help close things out. So not a bad job by Harrison at all. And as you said earlier, I thought that one of those pitches looked like it was going to be pretty close. You can see, hear it in my voice, I'm starting to get pretty chilly.
I told you to bring a coat. You've brought a light jacket. I'm wearing literally my down coat and a blanket.
Yeah, it's some people might call it a parka, but yeah, it's definitely.
It's a parka. It's a parka and a blanket. And now my feet are cold.
Well, still nobody down here, and obviously game kind of on the line. Again, this probably is the last. Just let Robert know that his new camera system is awesome. Crystal clear. This is what I'm talking about.
This is not his new camera system. He's just continued to upgrade the system.
Upgrade.
We'll upgrade you.
Yeah, I
we'll
got him.
upgrade
Just
ya.
like Beyonce over here.
That's right. And Dish Network.
Coming to Kansas City in September.
Oh, my gosh. If there's anybody out there that wants to go with me, call me.
You can count this guy right here out on that one.
Oh, she sent us a picture of what it looks like on her TV. It does look nice.
Nice.
Yes.
That's why I love playing on turf, because the turf gives it the ball good contrast, and the lighting just really picks up on it pretty well. So looks like the boys are taking their position, and Jacob Larson is all set and ready to go. Coming in, sitting kind of high to mid-60s.
Okay, Jacob, let's go, buddy. Let's do this.
All right, top of the fifth. 4-3 favor of Mac N Seitz. Runner on first and nobody down. Ball outside. Now one coming in 68 miles an hour. Love watching the different pitching and the different styles of pitching, the arm slots and whatnot. That one coming in for ball number 2. So Storm staying keen on Paul's ability to throw people out at second. Showing bunt right now. Pulling that back, and he was looking for that ball. I don't think he had any intention of actually bunting. You'll see that happen a lot, especially in youth sports, where a batter will show bunt trying to just throw the pitcher off.
Nice.
And Jacob delivers a fantastic strike right down the pipe on that one, 68 miles an hour.
68 miles per hour.
Ooh, 2 back-to-back.
If he gets a third one, it's a turkey.
I'm going to lose my mind.
I'm going to go crazy.
So no attempt to run from first right now.
And he got it.
Oh, and he swung right there. Boom, out number 1. And Jacob looking to close things out.
How many minutes do we have left in this game, do you think?
I think it'll be done after this half inning. Ball in play, over to first. Logan handles it, throws down to second, gets the lead runner.
Oh.
They try to go for.
They try to go for a double.
So fielder's choice, but Logan doing a fantastic job getting that lead runner. Really like that play right there, and that it just shows kind of your head on the game. He easily could have tagged first.
That's what I was going to ask you. But, hey, that's a heads-up baseball. He got the lead runner, and that's what we needed.
2 down.
With the one-run lead.
Pop fly, this one well out of play. You know, and unfortunate that I didn't get a lineup from the Storm team. Not sure exactly where we're at in the lineup. I want to say that we're to the middle end.
I think.
Ball in play. This one over to third. Handled easily. Good throw.
Nice
and
throw.
That is out number 3.
I think.
Looks like we
Tucker
are going
might
to
be up next. For some reason, I have that in my head, but I could be wrong.
So I'm going to have to look. I think it's an hour 40 on the playtime.
Yeah, it's usually either hour 40 or hour 45, right?
Yeah. And so game time was 7:52. And 9:30 on the dot right now.
Oh, so we've got.
Storm is going to want to make quick work of it, right? And so
Right.
if Mac N Seitz can kind of slow the roll here just a little bit, we might be able to close this one out here in just this half inning.
Is this the same pitcher from the last inning?
No, it is not.
We've got another pitcher. Okay.
So, and way to point that out, definitely a new pitcher. And you got to think Storm's feeling like they've got a chance here, and so they're going to be wanting to close things out as quickly as they can.
That one was at 69. He's bringing in some heat.
So, fastball to start. That's Logan Peterson out at the plate. And 2 pitches, 2 strikes. Ball high and inside.
Logan has to be 6'2", I'm guessing.
So pitcher starts off 2 strikes and follows up with 2 balls. Now a 2-2 count. And, yeah, definitely Logan, I'd say, is topping 6'1", 6'2".
Yep.
And ball low.
Got ourselves a full count.
So he starts off strong with an 0-2 count, and as falls back to a full count. See if Logan can do something with this.
Nice.
So close one there, and Logan earns the base.
We were talking about Harrison earlier making contact on at least 2 of the at-bats I saw. So.
No doubt, and they just called game time.
Called the game.
So that will do it for us out here in Lee's Summit out of the Frank White Sports Complex. Mac N Seitz is able to hold on for the win, and hats off to the Storm team battling back and keeping this one close.
Yep.
But a 4-3, and the boys are out there meeting at midfield, showing their sportsmanship.
We'll see you back here at 10 a.m. tomorrow, right?
Absolutely. So 10 a.m. out here again in Lee Summit. Should be a frosty morning, but
I'll wear my parka.
I think I might actually wear a coat tomorrow morning.
You might bring a coat if you're wise.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we're going to have some decent weather tomorrow. Don't know if we're going to have any more rain, but I think there is going to be some more wind on tap. So we'll see how it goes. But an exciting one, picking up a win for our first game of the season. That's always an exciting way to start. What?
I was going to say, do the sound for the win.
Mac N Seitz wins, yeah.
That was great. Do you have an applause button? I think we need that. Thank you.
Perfect.
You ask and you shall receive.
You're great.
All right. Thanks for joining us, folks, and we'll maybe take some calls tomorrow. How about that?
We'll see. I will give